Bitcoin's stuck at 115K. If Powell turns hawkish in 48 hours, it could sink towards 60K. Meanwhile, Gemini files an IPO after a $283 million loss. Ready for the shakeup? Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is August 19th, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi.
What does that stablecoin dip mean?
Well, it reflects this slight, risk-off sentiment. Investors trimming a bit ahead of some big macro events. It feels like consolidation, not really heavy selling pressure.
Right. Consolidation, not panic.
Exactly. But that stablecoin thing, even a tiny dip below the peg, it's something people watch. Could signal a bit of market stress or, questions about reserves. Worth keeping an eye on.
Okay. Makes sense. But crypto isn't in a bubble, right? What are the big macro things, the policy shifts affecting these moves?
Yeah, definitely not in a bubble. All eyes are really on the Fed's Jackson Hole Symposium, specifically Jerome Powell's speech.
Ah, the Powell speech. Always a market mover.
For sure. And speculation about a September rate cut, that's cooled off quite a bit. Odds are down from near certainty to maybe like 85%.
Why the cool off?
Sticky inflation, basically. U.S. wholesale prices in July were up 3.3% year on year, still quite a bit above the Fed's 2% target.
So if Powell sounds hawkish...
Right. If he signals higher rates for longer, that could dampen appetite for non-yielding assets, like Bitcoin. Because, no dividends, no interest.
But a dovish hint could spark a rally.
Could do, yeah. We're also seeing the U.S. dollar strengthening a bit, partly linked to geopolitical stuff, like President Trump prepping for talks on Russia-Ukraine.
Okay, so connect the dots for us. Stronger dollar means what for Bitcoin holders?
It increases the opportunity cost. Basically, if the dollar's strong and potentially offering better yields or perceived safety, holding something like Bitcoin that doesn't yield becomes less attractive.
So if the dollar keeps rallying...
Some analysts think Bitcoin could drift down towards the mid-$60,000. But, flip side, if there's progress towards peace or the dollar pulls back, that could help Bitcoin push back towards, say, 70K, 32K.
Lots of moving parts there. Now, beyond macro, what about regulation? Any big moves?
Yeah, over in Europe, the ECB's top banking supervisor, Andrea Enria, pointed out this loophole. Banks offering crypto services, but kind of outside the ECB's direct watch.
And he wants that closed.
He's urging its closure, yeah. The thinking is tighter oversight could actually, maybe counterintuitively, boost confidence in the regulated crypto offerings long term.
How so?
Well, it could encourage more institutions to get involved through compliant channels, but it might also squeeze the unregulated players a bit.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift to the big picture. Crypto adoption. We've got 3 big developments lined up first.
Right. First up, Gemini, the crypto exchange. They've filed for an IPO in the U.S. on the Nasdaq. Proposed ticker is GEMI.
An IPO. Wow. Even though their financials showed a pretty big loss recently, like $282.5 million in the first half of 2025.
Yeah, that loss is significant, definitely. But the filing itself, it signals this renewed institutional interest, maybe suggests a feeling that the U.S. regulatory climate is becoming a bit more crypto-friendly.
And they'd be only the 3rd U.S. crypto exchange to list publicly.
That's right. Following Coinbase and backed it, I believe. So yeah, it's a noteworthy move despite those losses.
Okay, number 2 on the adoption front.
This one's pretty big too. A Dutch firm, Amdax. They're launching something called the Amsterdam Bitcoin Treasury Strategy, AMBTS, on the Euronext Amsterdam exchange.
Okay, and the goal?
Their stated aim is to accumulate at least 1% of Bitcoin's total supply. That's huge. Over 210,000 BTC.
Wow. 1%.
Yeah, it's a major play to attract both institutional and retail investors who want regulated Bitcoin exposure. And get this, apparently over 10% of all Bitcoin is now held by corporations, governments, or institutions.
10%. That really shows how much it's integrating into the mainstream financial world.
Absolutely. It's not just retail anymore.
Okay, and the 3rd development, something from Thailand.
Yeah, quite innovative. Thailand launched a pilot program called TouristDigiPay. It's an 18-month trial.
And what does it do?
It lets foreign tourists convert crypto directly into Thai baht for spending locally, up to a limit around just under $17,000. The key part is merchants just get paid in baht. They never touch the crypto themselves.
Smart. So boost tourism, look forward thinking.
Exactly. While keeping strict anti-money laundering controls in place, of course. It's a way to embrace the tech without, going completely Wild West.
So wrapping this up, it feels like a real mix, doesn't it? Near-term macro jitters, like with the Fed and the dollar, but then these really encouraging signs of industry growth and adoption underneath.
That's a great summary. The sector is definitely maturing, even with all the volatility.
So the big question we leave you, the listener, with is...
Yeah, how do you personally navigate this? How do you balance dealing with the short-term choppiness, the price swings, while still recognizing that long-term picture, the evolution, the growing mainstream integration?
Good question.
Yeah, just remember, stay nimble, probably best to avoid getting over-leveraged, definitely expect more swings, but try to keep that long-term perspective in mind.
You've seen the crypto headlines. Now get the signals that impact your holdings. Money.ai scans 1.3 million signals a day, from token prices to Twitter sentiment, and gives you one personalized briefing. No hype, no noise, just your crypto edge. Download Money.ai. Stay ahead.